Ronaldo's nowhere near the level of Messi. Ronaldo is one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Messi is the greatest player of all time. It's not even close.
Jamie Carragher isn't the only one. There are tons of people who believe Cristiano Ronaldo is finished. At 39, Ronaldo's currently out in the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr. But the real question is, was Ronaldo's move because of money or because he wanted to prove a point? Ronaldo is the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game.
857 матчей! Какая сенсация!
907 career goals so far. That's more goals than some legendary pros have played career games. Yet Ronaldo's also one of the most disrespected footballer of all time. From getting asked questions that roped him into a mess, to having to deal with a manager that, in all honesty, never really liked him.
So he's far away from Saudi, or far away from Manchester. Everyone can have, and is entitled to have an opinion. It's okay.
The point is, everyone sees Ronaldo as the bad guy, as they've always done, and it all kind of peaked after he made the move to Al Nassr. But to understand if he made the move for money or for something else, we got to understand what happened that made him leave in the first place. In the summer of 2021, Ronaldo shocked the world.
Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin and Manchester again.
He'd made a sensational return to Manchester United, 12 years after leaving the club as the most expensive transfer in the world to Real Madrid. Ronaldo was back. From a Manchester United and football fan perspective, it was like watching a fairy tale. But from a sporting sense, Ronaldo had a lot to prove in his second spell at United. At 36, he was coming back to compete in the toughest league in the world. The critics were out at him because of his age. They didn't think he was fast enough or fit enough to compete in England. But he more than did alright. 24 goals in all competitions, 18 in the Premier League, and 6 in the Champions League games. Ronaldo was United's top scorer that season, but United had a disappointing campaign. They were out of the top 4, failed to qualify for the Champions League. Coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked, and the permanent replacement at the end of the season immediately fell out with Ronaldo. The tension between Ronaldo and Ten Hag escalated so badly that by November, the situation looked like this. And then it peaked. And after this, Ronaldo was fed up.
Honestly, I shouldn't say that, I don't know, but listen, I don't care, people should listen me through. Yes, I feel betrayed, and I felt that some people that don't want me here, not only this year, but last year too.
He wanted out of the United project, and he felt betrayed. And that's when he released that epic interview that took everyone by storm. Ronaldo called out United, the manager, and that was it. In return, the club terminated his contract, and Ronaldo was on the move. He didn't have to wait long though, because his next destination became his current one, and received a lot of backlash as soon as the deal was confirmed. Present day, and Ronaldo's currently outballing for Al Nassr in the Saudi Pro League. But the question around the reason for his move still remains the same. And now, there are people out there thinking Ronaldo only made the move for his pockets. Can't blame him though, his salary at Al Nassr is huge. When Ronaldo signed the deal, it made him become the highest paid player in the game, and he still is. Ronaldo's salary at Al Nassr was earning him well over $200 million a year. That's a whole load of cash. When the news of his contract came out, people were going nuts, but Ronaldo himself had the perfect answer to all that talk. Unique player, unique contract, deal with that. See guys, in Ronaldo's first press conference, he said a lot and talked about the many reasons why he was joining Al Nassr.
So proud to make this big decision in my life, in football. As you mentioned before, in Europe, my work, it's done.
His work in Europe was done. He had nothing left. He'd become the first guy to bag 100 goals for 3 teams in Europe's top 5 leagues. He'd won 3 league titles in 3 different countries, scored the most goals in Europe's premier competition, the UEFA Champions League. His 140 goals in the competition means he's the player with the most goals in the competition. He's won the Golden Boot for being the league's top scorer in England, Spain and Italy. I mean, you add all this with the other incredible records. He weren't joking. Ronaldo had nothing left. He'd completed European football.
In Brazil, in Australia, US, even in Portugal, many clubs try to sign me, but I give the word to this club for the opportunity to develop not only the football but the other part of this amazing country.
Notice what Ronaldo said here. It's the reality. See, another angle of his critics came at him was the fact that he was too old to compete at the highest level. And because of that, no top club wanted him. That's cap. Ronaldo revealed that he had offers from clubs over, even back at home in Portugal. There was an offer for Ronaldo to return. To be honest, I found it hard to believe a player like Ronaldo would only move to the Saudi Pro League because he couldn't get offers from other clubs. And he cleared it up. The reason he moved to the Saudi Pro League. He'd given his word to Al Nassr. Ronaldo's an honest guy, and once the word about his possible departure from Manchester United came out, Al Nassr reached out to him. In turn, he gave him his word that he'd sign for the club. And he did. By January next year, it'll be 2 years since Ronaldo signed for Al Nassr. And in that period, he's kept his other promises as well. In that introductory pre-conference, Ronaldo stated he'd already broken records in Europe, and he was out to break records in the Saudi Pro League, and he's so far living up to that. At the end of the last season, Ronaldo was walking home with a golden boot. Just feels so normal to see him with one of those. In the final game of the season, Ronaldo's brace against Al Ittihad made history. He'd now scored 35 goals in the league that year, and in turn broke the record for the most goals in the Saudi Pro League, set by Abdurrahman Hamdallah in 2019. Ronaldo hadn't even spent 2 years at the club, and he'd already broken a record that lasted more than the amount of time he'd spent in the league. With that Golden Boot win, Ronaldo had also made history again. He'd now become the first player to win a Golden Boot in 4 countries. He really did set out to break records in the Saudi Pro League, and he is. At 39, the ultimate question still stands. Is Ronaldo still that guy? Or is he past it and should give it up? Well, there are 2 ways to answer that. First, Ronaldo's a really smart guy. I'm not talking about his movement on the field, but now it's the stuff he does off it too. Ronaldo's been smart enough to realise where he's wanted and where he can succeed. At Manchester United, once he realised the new coach, Erik ten Hag, didn't see him as part of his plans, he made the move to Al Nassr and continued his project of scoring goals. Ronaldo's on the ultimate mission to become the first man in history to hit 1,000 goals. It's never been done before, but in the Saudi Pro League, a league Ronaldo's become accustomed to and is now comfortable with, he's just 93 goals away from breaking the record. And with the rate at which he's been scoring goals, you wouldn't put it past him to break it. On the field, he made a positional change that switched up his career. Ronaldo started out as a left winger from his days at Sporting Lisbon and Manchester United, doing stuff like this. The old Ronaldo. The current Ronaldo is the goal scorer and plays up front. And in that position, Ronaldo has been more than relevant for Al Nassr and the Portuguese national team. I'll get to how in a couple of seconds, but first, see that subscribe button to Pitch Up, the one that gives you exclusive access to the latest videos on the channel. Just click it. Back to Ronaldo now, and in that centre-forward position, Ronaldo's making sure he's playing the game to his biggest strengths. In the air, Ronaldo is different gravy. Being the central target in the box, it means he's the main man when the crosses are coming in. The data don't lie. As of February this year, Ronaldo has scored over 150 headed goals. Says a lot. CR7 Airlines. It wouldn't be complete to do this without mentioning that Ronaldo has come under fair criticism in the past years. While his style of play is great, truth is, when the crosses aren't coming in or the service ain't decent, Ronaldo struggles, and in turn, it affects the team. At the Euros in the summer, Ronaldo had a disappointing campaign. He failed to score in the competition and ultimately got knocked out by Portugal. Ronaldo himself has admitted that his team with the national team will soon come to an end, and it won't be long before we see him leave that iconic number 7 jersey he's worn for Portugal over the last years. But after the Euros, Ronaldo still showed he's the guy and can deliver for the national team.
Well, good evening, welcome along. We're back 52 days after the Euro 2024 final. International football with UEFA.
If he knows his role in the team and plays it under coach Roberto Martinez, we could very well see a different version of Ronaldo for Portugal soon. Ronaldo don't let any of the criticisms get into his head though.
I'm not happy the way the old happened, but in the same way, we cannot control some points of our life sometimes, but it's done, already done, and I repeat, I'm still love Manchester United and I wish them the best.
As he said in the interview with Rio Ferdinand, he's focused on his game and how he can make his team better. That's it. Going back to his time at Al Nassr, and in reality, Ronaldo's done a lot more than just score goals for the club.
The league is not worse than French league, to be in my opinion. In French league, I think you have 2-3 teams with a good level. In Saudi now, I think it's a more competitive. They can say whatever they want, it's just my opinion, and I played there 1 year, so I know what I'm talking about.
When he said this, Ronaldo knew he'd drop facts. The Saudi Pro League has gained attraction, and even though the money is great, the truth is it's actually a more competitive league than some competitions in Europe. Ronaldo cited the French League One, for example, and in terms of quality, he weren't wrong. With players like Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe and Neymar having left in recent years, the league isn't as exciting as it used to be. Fact. Ronaldo opened the doors to a host of current stars playing in the Saudi Pro League.
Ser desafio novo, né? Cristiano Ronaldo acho que foi o pioneiro em tudo isso e todo mundo no começo chamou ele de louco, né? Disso e aquilo. E hoje você tá vendo que a liga tá crescendo, né, cada vez mais.
As Neymar said, when Ronaldo made the move, they called him crazy. But in the space of 2 years, players like Neymar, Aymeric Laporte, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, João Cancelo, Kalidou Koulibaly, all these stars and more have all come in and joined the Saudi Pro League. So is Ronaldo just at the club to milk them? Far from it. Ronaldo at Al Nassr is a man on a mission, not just to break records, but also to set an example too. When he made the move to Al Nassr, he didn't come alone. He took his family with him, and in particular his son, Cristiano Jr., is a kid who many believe will one day become a future star at the club. At Al Nassr, Ronaldo acts as a role model to the next generation. From superstar performances to coming to youth games to support the youth teams, he's a positive influence, and he's taken to the Saudi culture nicely too. He's getting involved in events like Founders Day and generally helping to spread the positive culture in Saudi. Ronaldo's time at the club is one that is still paying off. Commercially, he's given Al Nassr and the Saudi Pro League a huge facelift. They're one of the most recognised clubs out in Asia. Heck, it's even becoming very common to see guys out on the streets representing Al Nassr colours. Ronaldo's record on the field for Al Nassr speaks for itself. 73 goals and 18 assists in 81 appearances. For context, he's had more goal contributions than he has played games for his current team, and his goal catalogue is equally as impressive. He's still scoring bangers like this at 39. What a guy! Ronaldo continues to defy logic, man. He's by far the most incredible athlete the game has ever seen. At 39, most of the dudes his age are either retired or playing locally in semi-tier leagues. Out of all the players who started and played at the 2008 UEFA Champions League final, only Ronaldo is still actively playing. What a beast! For guys who said Ronaldo only went to the Saudi Pro League for money, that assessment is wrong. Ronaldo is still out to reach 1,000 goals, he's still as fit as ever, trains incredibly hard, and still plays with the Portuguese national team. Add all of this up and you'll realise that the greatest goalscorer in the history of the game is in the Saudi Pro League to continue his incredible career. He ain't slowing down one bit. Yet, there have been a couple of critics who have come at Ronaldo in the past, and one of them has been Antonio Cassano. The guy keeps dissing Ronaldo like it's a hobby. Seems he's forgetting how dangerous Ronaldo can be, especially in his prime. And to that end, I decided to make a video about it. Click the next video to find out how dangerous prime Cristiano Ronaldo was. A freaking legend.